August. Hello friends, welcome back to the homestead. And if you're new here, my name is Lynn and this is Bucket List Homestead. And today is the 1st of August, and technically it's not, but I'm going to be gone the 1st and 2nd of August. So you'll see this on the 1st of August. Today is actually the 30th of July. But I am going to be participating again in the Every Bit Counts challenge. Woo, say that 5 times fast. From hosted by Jessica from Three Rivers Homestead. And I am going to be missing 4 days roughly of August. So I started early. I actually started quite a few days ago. But I'm going to be recording today, and you'll see this on the 1st. So that's my trick to make sure I try to get something preserved every single day in August, is by starting a little early. So off camera, I already just picked a big handful of green beans. I'm adding that to the handful I picked yesterday and the handful I picked the day before, and I'm just throwing them into the freezer, and I'll show you that in a minute when we go back into the house. Hold on a second. I'm also training Lily too to come back when she comes. Sit. Good girl. To come back when I call. So if I have to stop every few seconds, that's what I'm doing. So yes, so what I'm doing today is going to be harvesting a few things. The green beans, like I said, I freeze them until I get enough that I can can them, and we're getting close, but not yet. I also seen that my marshmallow that I planted for the first time this year has grown like crazy. So we're going to clip some of that. I believe I have some basil to clip to shorten. And yeah, so we're going to preserve that. I also have some celery, and I'm debating about whether or not to cut that today because I want to dehydrate it. And we leave tomorrow morning. So I'm not real crazy about letting my dehydrator run while we're gone. So I'm probably going to leave that till we come back. It's only 2 days. I think I'll be okay. Yeah, so, but I wanted to show you. I finally have nasturtiums blooming. Can you see them right here? Where are we here? Right here. And these are I think it's called the Romantic Mix. It's pinks and purples, and it was quite pretty. I think oh, and my morning glories are blooming like crazy. And my zinnias are very close to blooming. Look, I actually have a bud. Can you see this? Where are we here? Right there, there's a bud. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited to see them bloom. I think that's a weed. So we're just gonna pull this out of here. I don't know. My flowers are looking a little, I'm not sure. The leaves look a little beat up, and the nasturtiums are looking a little beat up. I'm not sure if something's eating them or what. But yeah, I did give fertilizer to quite a few things 2 days ago. The beans, some tomatoes, the squashes. My squashes are rotting as they're growing. Is that too much water? Can someone tell me, please? This is only my 2nd time growing squash. I wasn't very successful last year. I'm only growing one kind, Canada Crookneck. And some are doing great, but some are rotting as they're growing. So let me know, am I giving them too much water? Because I think that might be what it is. So, okay, enough jabbering, and we're gonna go harvest some marshmallow. So this right here is marshmallow, and it does flower, but you can also use the leaves in a tea, and they are the softest leaves in the world. So I'm gonna dehydrate this. Lily's trying to get her treats that I've got in the basket there. I'm gonna dehydrate this, and you can use it for a lot of ailments, diarrhea, stomach upset, I think sore throat. There's all kinds of things. So we're going to harvest some off of each plant. And I have another one over here that I'm going to go grab some from. I already harvested my chamomile today. I usually get a little handful. Get a handful twice a day of chamomile, and that's really adding up. So every bit does count. So okay, there's some marshmallow leaves, and now I'm also going to plant some carrots today. Let me get in the garden and I'll tell you what I'm doing. So in here, besides a bunch of beans and my gorgeous celery that seems to be doing pretty good for the first time ever, by the way, I've been growing lettuces And I've harvested it out of this a lot. But we're pretty much, I've really been torn. Sorry, I forgot my microphone, and of course it's busy because it's Sunday. I've harvested a lot. We have ate a lot of salad. That being said, I really want to get some carrots going. And I know I could get more out of this lettuce, but I still have a lot of seed of lettuce left. So this is what I'm thinking. Let's get my carrots going here. And when I start pulling out other things in the next little bit, I can plant more lettuce and have another harvest in the fall. So I'm going to leave this lettuce, which is my butter crunch lettuce, which is our absolute favorite. I'm going to go ahead and leave that. But I'm going to pull, I already pulled the romaine, not the romaine, the radicchio, and gave that all to the chickens the other day. Boy, were they happy. And I'm going to do the same with this leaf lettuce. And we're going to put some carrots in here and get them going for fall, because we're already almost the last day of July. So I want to get that going. So yeah, we're going to take this all down. So all that the chickens are going to get as a treat. And of course I forgot my tools too. So we're just going to loosen this up again. Carrots don't like hard and packed dirt, so I'm really hoping they're going to like growing in the raised beds this year. Okay. So, I made a trench there, and we'll make a trench here. Okay. All right, let's get the carrots. So this is what I'm planting today. Jumbo carrots. And these are from my good friend Remy, from Rem's Family Farm. And I'm just going to sprinkle, and I will have to thin these out as they grow. But that's about it. There, maybe half a handful. Well, we'll put a few more in this one. And then I'm going to cover them, and they are good. Hopefully we'll start seeing germination soon. Okay, there. That makes me feel better. I finally got some carrots going. All right, back to harvesting. I also have some marigolds blooming, yay. And I've actually harvested calendula too a couple of times, so. All right, you see what I'm doing here. So this is some basil. I'm going to top it here a little to encourage it to grow. It's already twice as big as it was a week ago when I topped it last time. That's a weed. I also have a ton of sage. Okay, I got a ton of sage. It's got to be picked too. Got some beautiful basil here. Here. I'll pick some that's down in here too. Oh, I love basil. I love the smell of it. I love cooking with it. Okay, we're also going to harvest some sage. Even my fenugreek needs harvesting. Okay, so there's some sage. Sage. Let's harvest some fenugreek. Might as well, we're here, right? Oh, some here. This I'm going to hang to dry, so I don't need to worry about my dehydrator running. I think these are all weeds. Throwing in there. And I'm going to leave that till we come back. Ooh, marigolds are growing like crazy now. It's about time. It's finally not 100 degrees here today. It's actually quite beautiful. And my cilantro has gone to seed, flower. So we're just gonna Leave those in there. I'm going to plant, I planted more for fall a couple weeks ago. So that's a little rosemary plant coming. Anybody else? Oh, that's the one. Okay. Let's go see if we have any more over here in the other pots. Yes, I see some things. Whew. I pulled one of my onions today. They're not ready at all. Okay. But if you remember, let me see if I can show you here. All the beans we planted in my stacker pots are growing like crazy. Let's see if there's anything in these pots, if you remember also. Oh, look at that morning glory. Is she not beautiful? If you remember, I replanted all these so they would have better drainage. And I don't think the thyme plant's gonna make it. So, we're just looking here. Man, I mean, you guys, you're not real dry. Okay, we're gonna top this one. I'm trying to do this one-handed. Not going so great. Let's pick that up out of the beans, or peppers rather. I'm gonna trim you up. Oh, my clippers are getting dull. Darn it. Okay, trim that up. We'll trim you up. Hopefully, I'll start getting some basil out of this. These ones. Because I need more basil. All right, I think I've got one more place to check for sage. And then, well, you know, I got some strawberries growing finally, a little late. Oh, those were ever-bearing, so I can still get some more. So I just wanted to show you my squash real quick. Oh, I got more kale I can harvest. Well, I will wait till we come back for you. So, here is one of my squashes. Do you see? Like, I've had to get rid of several that had that. That one's okay, but is it too much water, friends? My squash experts tell me. Is it too much water? Okay, come on, Lily. Let's go give the lettuce to the chickens. So in this mess right here is a bunch of sage. I had one extra plant, so I planted it in here, and we are going to harvest that. It's actually quite a bit. That one did really well in here. And yes, there's so many weeds in here, friends. I've just kind of let this get away from me. No excuses other than it was just been too hot. Okay, so we're back in the house and I got my microphone on. So these are some green and yellow beans that I picked earlier. I'm actually gonna get them washed up, and my kitchen is a mess. I made sourdough double chocolate cupcake or brown muffins to take with us on our trip for breakfast and things. And then we had to go out and run a bunch of errands, and I've been trying to get things ready to go away. So yeah, it's a mess in here. So you're gonna see mess. So I'm gonna get these washed up, and I like to snap them all and have them all ready in the size I want to can, and then all I have to do is literally just pour them into the jars. So I do have some already in the freezer. I'll get them out once these are dried off, and I will show you just what I do. I just throw them in the freezer. So, okay, I'm gonna get these washed up, and all of our herbs. So there's our sage, beautiful sage. That's basil, and it looks okay, and I'm gonna use it. And that's fenugreek. my second year growing fenugreek. It died on me last year, so I'm pretty happy. I've harvested 3 times now from that little plant out there in my stacker pot. More sage, more sage, more sage. Okay, there's our insanely soft, oh, they're so soft, marshmallow leaves. I'll show you how I'm gonna let them dry while we're gone. And I feel like I got a bug on me. So, okay, let me wash everything up and then I'll show you how I'm gonna preserve this. So, as you saw, I hung up my fenugreek and my sage, and I had some sage that's just loose, so I'm going to put it on this paper plate and put them here with these other ones that have been drying and let them finish drying. This is basil here, and this basil, I made it smaller, so normally, as you can see, I hung that basil up. But I'm just gonna, actually, I'm gonna use this one. It says spearmint, but I just got rid of all that. And I'm gonna lay these all on the plate. I couldn't think of the word, Lynn. And that's how we'll preserve them. When I come back, I might put them in the dehydrator. I actually probably will. But for now, we're just gonna let them dehydrate here. And you can leave them here to dry. Make sure they're spread out enough. And I find they dry really good on top of the dehydrator when it's running too. So, okay, we got them done. I'm going to do the same thing with the marshmallow leaf. I'm going to put that on a paper plate. I have another one. And we'll lay that out. And again, I'll probably throw this in the dehydrator maybe when we come back. I have my dehydrator going with some apple mint from yesterday. That's almost done, and then I won't be running the dehydrators while we're gone. Okay, so here's some loose sage. These are just these loose paste pieces. I'm going to go throw those over there on that plate with the others. And then we'll preserve the beans. Okay, so these are the green beans that I've been freezing. I actually have another container of them, and I am separating them because, like I mentioned before, Aiden prefers yellow beans and so doesn't David. So last year I just canned them together, but I planted a lot more yellow beans this year. So I am saving them separately. So hopefully when I come back, there were some beans that weren't not ready, but beans will be ready probably by the time I come back. Because these beans weren't ready yesterday when we went out and picked, David and I, and they are ready today. So yeah, so I just put them in here, and I did this the last couple of years. Pressure can last year, this is how I did my beans until I could get enough to pressure can, and they tasted fine. I don't blanch them. I wash them really good. I snap them in the pieces that I want them to be. And I either use Ziploc containers or really good storage containers, Ziploc bags or storage containers, and we'll put these in the freezer until we are ready to pressure can at least some pints. So there we go. That's day 1 of Every Bit Counts challenge. I'm going to miss tomorrow, but I'll be back on the 3rd. Hopefully, some things will be happening while we're away, and we'll preserve some things there. If not anything from my garden, we might be preserving some things that we buy in our haul when we go to New York. Until then, take care. God bless. We'll see you all soon.